Hey, Brian from GarageMahal. Today I have the Holy Stone HS790. It is a absolutely awesome drone. I am very excited to present this to you. After we do the unboxing and go over everything that it can do and does, I will bring it outside and I have like a great spot that I can show it off flying around, and you can see exactly what the imaging is capable of via photo or for video. Anyway, this is a box, so it boasts a 3-axis gimbal, GPS, built-in RID, very cool, a 6K camera, quick shots, TOF, and downward vision system, so pretty wild. Let's open this up. And I had opened this previously, so I did take a sneak peek at some of it, so we can go from there. But they always pack their drones really, really well. So the fact that it comes with a case, I don't know if you've been watching me before or not, but anything that has a case kind of excites me. It has this outer pocket that you can put all the booklets in for quick access to. So you do have a bunch of informations on here. So we'll put them in here just so we have them for a later date. You do get a instruction user guide. Read through this. There is a lot of information, more information than I can cover in a video. I like to keep videos short and sweet, so you do get a quick start guide. There is an app that you need to download. I can't show you on camera, but there is a code that you can scan to get that opened up and ready to go. So basically, this booklet just kind of goes over some of the quick features and how to get everything up and running and going and pairing and everything else. So we'll go over that once we get outside and we can get to that better. This has some screwdrivers and some spare propellers. Kind of show you that. Spare propellers. At some point, the drone's going to crash. It's just inevitable. Every drone I've had, and I have thousands of flight hours, I crash a drone like once a week. It's part of what happens. So anyway, it's nice to have spare parts, so if that does happen, you can quick, easy fix. These are all your cables and your cabling, and there's a lot to it. I'll explain each one of them to you. So open this other packet up. So that's kind of like a Velcro strap. Let me get rid of some of those things. Okay, this is a shoulder strap for your case. I know it's a case, but cases mean clean, organized storage. That's why I kind of get excited, because you can tell from my studio desk, I need all the help I can get. So, okay, and in this case, what else do we have? We have an awesome battery charging port. So that's pretty cool. And it comes with 2 batteries. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So 2 ways you can charge this. You can charge it through the hub, and you have in and out, just kind of give you a quick visual. And then the batteries have a USB-C port on them individually as well. So if you're not carrying this with you, if you're trying to make as light as a carry bag as possible, you do have that option. But I like this because you can charge everything all in one nice tight little package. So this is your remote. This is basically where you will mount your phone, which is basically kind of like your control station in your video. And in here, hidden, you have your little joysticks that basically screw on to each little lever. Again, it makes it nice and compact. And as long as you have it straight on, you can get it on. But these control joysticks are awesome because they have kind of like little plastic points, and your hand and your thumb will fit nice on that, and it's not going to slip off because it's going to grip right to your thumb. So underneath here, you have your gimbal up and down, so it'll kind of like raise your camera up and down for you. You can take a photo from that. Then these are all your other little buttons. You'll have a little control panel here. There's a little protection adhesive. We'll take that off. So we are ready to go. And in here, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a place where you are going to mount one of your little wires that comes with it. I'll get these kind of out, up and ready for that. So depending on what you're going to use, you have a C to a C. So the C will plug in here, and then it'll plug into your phone. And then you have a lightning cable, which is probably what I'm going to end up using for this drone. So we're going to mount this basically in here, and then that will go into the lightning port of our iPhone. And then these are basically just like your charging cables and stuff that you need. Last but not least is the drone itself. So let's open this up. And this is a very capable drone. So basically you unfold it like this. And then this is the bottom part. And you just have some extra foam for packaging purposes. So this is where you put your memory card. So let's go ahead and do that. And I got a blank one in here we can use real quick. So let's open that up. So I'm using a 32 gigabyte card, and it has a little embossed graphic to show you how that goes in on the side here, as long as I can get it in here. Okay, so this gives you a better idea. You just push it down into position, and then that goes in. And then this is a nice little addition I haven't seen on too many drones. It's a little door to kind of keep some moisture out while you're flying. Okay, so again, back to this, you have it in and an out. So what we are going to do is, do I have a C plug here? Okay, so here we go. So it comes with a, I guess that's called the USB-B. So we're going to do that as the in. I'm going to put that over here to charge. And then we'll see the light coming on the side. And I think we hold this in for a quick second. Now I'll turn it off. And then back on. I think I just turned it off again. Hang on. First time I'm using this myself. Okay, so just a quick tap on the power button. And then you'll see your batteries light up. So that looks like they're about halfway charged on each. And then this is going to go to your out port, which is on the bottom, and then that will plug into the side of the controller here, and then that should start charging that up as well. Okay, so I just hit battery on real quick, and it's showing that the battery is 98%. So it looks like it won't turn on while it's charging, but that's good. Okay, so I didn't see this in the instructions anywhere, but my delusion is it's going to charge the batteries first, get them fully charged up, and then it will continue to charge the remotes, I believe is how it works. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it's going to do. Anyhow, we're going to let this all charge up overnight, and then we'll go outside and I'll give you the setup demonstration and actually how to fly, and we go from there. But this is great for a beginner to an advanced. Some details on this, I believe it does have a pretty high flight window that you can basically control, and it does have a pretty good range. I think it was boasting up to a 5-mile range on this as well. I will put specifics in here somewhere so you can see that, but that is fantastic. But always remember to fly safely and in a line of sight, so you always want to keep sight on your drone. But this is packed with so much. Again, make sure that you are reading through all your different manuals so you know the capabilities, what it does, safety tips, all sorts of fun stuff in there. Anyway, I'm going to look through that again myself. before we head outside. But anyway, stay tuned. Okay, so what you do is you take your battery, again, make sure they're fully charged, push it in, and then it'll click into place. And then you want to open up all your arms. Okay, then we're going to basically hold that button in, and then that will set it up, ready to go. Up. Make sure you take your lens cap off. And there is a little screen protector on there, so you want to make sure you take that off. That was just for transport. So we'll put that down, ready to go there. And then your iPhone or your Samsung phone, and you want to download the HS GPS V5. There's a link in the manual for that. Then you want to click on it and get it ready. And then you want to put it into your controller. And then make sure it's set and none of the buttons are getting pushed down on. And then you want to power up that. And it should automatically connect. There's some mosquitoes here, but it should automatically connect. But if it does not, you can go into your Wi-Fi settings and hook up to the Holy Stone drone. And then you want to go into control. And then you want to make sure that everything is connected. And you can see all that right here on top. And you want to make sure that you connect this to your phone. And there's a jack in here that you got to put in. So this was like the lightning cable. And then you'll see it connect. And then we are basically, you want to go into the calibration settings. And then you can go into all your distances. So we're going to basically max all this out, flight altitude, be able to go high, auto return, same thing, we'll put that on high. And then we'll go into calibration, so we'll hit compass. So compass calibration, what you're doing is you're taking your drone and you're basically going around a couple times like this. And then once you hear a beep, the next rotation is going to be like this. And then that basically is set for your calibration on that. Next we're going to do calibration for the gyroscope. So that basically is set. And we are going to get ready for takeoff. So takeoff, basically just put them down in a corner. And we are going to go into recording mode. So we're going to start recording. And then now, and then this is your camera on the back, go up and down. So we're going to set that down. And then we're off. Anyway, you can see how stable this is. Absolutely awesome. Brian from GarageMahal. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.